Sziasztok! Üdvözlök szépen mindenkit! Itt is vagyunk végre a második résszel. Folytathatjuk a történetünket. Nos, igazság szerint Máté barátommal csináltunk egy másik karakter, de nem is sokra haladtunk. Már nem is értem rá én úgy. Folyamatos felvételek csinálgatása, meg szerkesztése közben. Tegnapi nap folyamán így is voltak gondok áramügyileg, ami miatt az OBS is bekattant tegnap. De remélhetőleg jól fog menni. Hát egyébként nekem borzalmas, hogy ez a sárga szörnyeteg lámpám van. Sajnos nincsen fehér, és már a boltokba se lehet kapni, mert akartam rendelni. De egy darab nincsen fehérbe, csak ezek a meleg fehér, hát nekem ez meleg sárga. De mindegy. Egy szórólapot is kaptunk a hét elején ráadásul, hogy május 27-én szerdán itt a városrészen ezen a területen 8 órán át nem lesz áramszolgáltatás. Hát gondolom úgy, remélem nem játsszák el ugyanazt, mint tavaly ősszel, hogy elrontották a dolgokat, az végül 12 órán át nem volt áram. Mert kapnának érte. Inkább térjünk vissza a történetünkhöz. Mivel itt hagytuk abba a kis elfünkkel. Közben rájöttem, közben Mátéval játszottam, hogy vannak dolgok, például itt ez a láda, csak rá kell kattintani és kinyitni, és mindet megkapom, így végre megvan az íjunk, amit be is teszek rögtön. Hát szerintem a két fegyvert ezt még nem adom el. Hú, ez hág. Ezt el kell adni. És végig kell néznem mindent, hogy nehogy meg legyen nálam felesleges cucc, meg el kell adogatnom dolgokat nagyon. És lassan 5-ös szintűek vagyunk. Még nem, de erre. Ugye beszélni kell majd az örösségről. Itt igen. Ezt a küldetést csináltuk meg Mátéval, úgyhogy remélem egyedül sikerülni fog, mert ketten is nehéz volt. Ilyen kis szinten, és erre eljövök először, hogy eladjam a dolgaimat. Egyébként remélem jól működik minden, mert nálam azt mutatja. Na, most se enged itt átugrani. Összevegyük. És akkor... Ja, tényleg itt kellett volna csak jönnöm. Szia, Zsombor!
They said I could make a...
Ez kell. Ezeket nem is kapni semmit. Az, ami nem kell, az a sor. Ez méreg, ezt el se lehet adni. Például arra képzeljétek el, nem tudtunk rájönni, mert kellett Máténak lockpick, mert ő még nem talált, és hát kölcsön akartam neki adni, és hát nem tudtunk rájönni, hogyan kell egyesével odaadni. Úgyhogy remélem valaki tudna segíteni ebbe, hogy kell. Arra is van valami küldetés.
I performed that ritual countless times, and it never exploded in my face before. If I discover that you sabotage the divination... No. I shouldn't take my failure out on you. It's not your fault that things are... difficult. How do you know about... Lord Vivek told you? Of course he did. It's his... prerogative, I suppose. You must swear to keep this secret, though. There would be panic in the streets if the people believed one of the tribunal was incapacitated.
Egyébként múltkor nem is mondtam szerintem, hogy ezek a párbeszédek egész jól lettek így megcsinálva.
It's true. I'm much better at scholarly pursuits than fieldwork, and the ritual wasn't a total failure. It confirmed 3 locations from my earlier studies: Bolmora, Aldrin, and Berelzar's Tower. I need you to investigate each of these sites.
Mert hát a Skyrimbe, hogyha párbeszéd volt, egy picit is elmozdítottam az egeret közben, akkor elugrott a párbeszédre és kezdtem előről.
I researched what I could using the resources available here in Vivek City. To learn more, I need an agent to personally assess each location. Lord Vivek thinks you're the best one for that job. I hope he's right. I believe the mage seen in the ritual is Berelzar, who works out of an ancient Velothi tower. His experiments radiate energy similar to Vivek's affliction, but they're not a perfect match. Find out what he knows about the transfer of divine energy. House Redoran controls the town and nearby mines. House Halalu also has interests in the region. Rumors of a cult in the area concern me the most. I believe we saw a cultist during the ritual. Make discreet inquiries and see what you can learn. I have no idea. That's why we're sending you. I suggest you start at the inn. Secrets get spilled along with the drinks in such places. The miners may know something as well. I've heard that House Redoran has issued some kind of proclamation. Savage Ashlanders, like the one seen in the vision, use the area as a tribal meeting ground. These nomadic heretics deny the divinity of the tribunal and have no love for Vivek. But how they could be involved eludes me. See what you can uncover. I traced tendrils of Vivek's energy to these locations, and the ritual confirmed the connection before it went awry. Just don't discuss Lord Vivek's condition with anyone. We don't want to start a panic. If anything changes here, I'll contact you.
Máté egyébként kérdezte tőlem, hogy nem akarok a Skyrimről is esetleg csinálni sorozatot, hát majd lesz, de ez meg a jövő témája, most egyenlőre csak az online-nal fogok foglalkozni. Skilles az bow. Nem azt akartam beírni, csak mellé nyomtam. Ja, várj, tényleg. Ja, abba az épületben. Abba Máté elment megnézni ezt a gólyédős dolgot, és hát az is ilyen skill-es dolgokat ad részbe. Elnézést, elkeresem.
Another adventurer looking for work? Did you? Well, that's why it was posted. It's simple. Citizens tell us what they need, and we arrange for the job to be completed. You will be able to meet with the client before starting the task. They'll also have your reward, not us. Belaru Omeril and her brother Traylan will handle your assignments. Check in with them frequently to see if they have a job for you. They'll inform you what you need to accomplish and who made the request. Belaru's requests may appear straightforward, but many adventurers find them difficult to accomplish. The assortment of enemies she'll ask you to face are all powerful, and I would recommend gathering allies before heading out. Traylan handles requests which the temple has special interests in. His tasks require more subtlety, but they are by no means easy. Make sure to listen to his explanations carefully. It's also a good idea to speak to the clients beforehand. I would hope. You came to us, after all. Traylan and Belaru are just down the hall. They should already have assignments for you. Speak to either of them to get started.
Money. Money.
Current events have left the temple in need of additional resources. The requests
Man,
I have
armor.
are citizens whose interests best align with the goals of the temple. You'll work with these individuals to help better Vardenfell. Are you interested? We believe the Kamona Tong are smuggling slaves in a cavern called Kartag Point. If true, we have the opportunity to prevent them from gaining a foothold in the region. However, the temple must have confirmation before we can act. Search the Kamona Tong campsite in Kartag Point and eliminate their commander. This should slow their progress. Vorar Vendu has brought this issue to our attention. He's in Vivek City if you need more information. He'll also have your reward.
Itt van elég dolgok. Nekem egyszer Chrome-on van, hát ugye a kezdők pekét megszereztem volna, akkor az is meg lenne. Van valami. Mert azon izéltünk, hogy lehet mountot szerezni. Itt vannak a mountok. Medve, teve, farkas, oroszlán, héna, goar, ez a 6. Hát, én elf vagyok. Szerintem egy farkas lehetne, csak még kell hozzá 1300 cucc. Itt van egy fehér ló 900-ért, meg vannak speciálisok is hajódrágán. De nem ezért jött, ez a skill-ek ügyébe jöttem. Ja, még nem használtam ugye az íjamat, így.
Citizens hand in their request, I tell you what I know, and you take care of it. The person with the problem is usually more than willing to talk your ear off about it. The more people you can convince to help you with the job, the better. Dinor Salvi is having trouble over at the Messier Dadalit egg mine. Seems they had a recent influx of Kwama coming in. And now there's far too many for the miners to handle. I heard there's a particularly nasty Kwama warrior nestled up with the Queen. You just need to help reset the balance. Head to the mine and kill as many Kwama as you can. Don't forget to off the Queen's new sweetheart as well. Salvi's in Vivek City if you have any other questions. Talk to him about payment when you're done.
Oké. Ez déli küldetés. 24 órán van megcsinálni. Hát remélem annál hamarabb meg lesz. Most ez fentre mutat meg mindig. Úgy van, hogy itt többfajta guild van annál a ajtónál, mert ami legelől van, ahova vezet ez a küldetés, amit akkor felvettem, az a mágosokhoz visz, de az nem érdekel. Itt. Jó, na megint. Itt rajtuk keresztül. Melyik az ott megy? És van valami küldi. Ja nem, hogy az... Ja, el lehet dönteni, hogy kivel beszélek. Nekem ez a fighters kell. Hogy te könyv.
Next time I'm in the field, I think I'll bring a great warhammer. Or two.
Ez kifele vezet? Kifele hát?
Welcome to our hall. Are you familiar with the guild? The Fighters Guild. You should consider joining up. We have a new guildmaster and a new singular purpose. Why don't we talk for a moment? Excellent. I know we'll all be drawing blades together soon enough. Now, what can I tell you? Right. Our new guildmaster is an Argonian, sees all colors. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their damned anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains, plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside. Hard fights. Ha! Yes, good question. We train our members in special techniques, and the higher-ups are always looking for motivated members to help with special projects. You never know, you might be the next Jofnir. Guildmaster Jofnir passed away recently, very suddenly. I always thought he'd die with a blade in his hand, but he passed away in his sleep, called to Sovngarde by his ancestors. We all miss him, but Colors has proven to be a very able leader. No, we only draw blades in service to the Guild. We're technically neutral in the war between the three alliances. We love the Eagle Banner and Her Majesty, of course, but every race, every creed belongs under the Guild Hall's roof. Then let me be the first to officially welcome you as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there.
Köszönöm.
Ah, it's my comrade in
Ó. Jó drága cuccokat árultok. No. Hol vagy már? Na, akkor csináljuk a mellékküldetést. Kint vagyunk a Vivek City-ből. Állítólag... Majd... Tényleg meg erre nem jöttem rá. Mondja, most ez bejött. Szóval állítólag van ingyenesen van ingyenes... Na, ez már. Pet, meg mode, de nem jöttem még rá, hogy... Ezek most küldetések és prolócs questek. Ez a kezéhez. Na jó. Nem tudom, hogy kellene. Oké, legalább nem sérültem meg. A bakker, én meg kijöttem, az pont visszafel. Jó van. Akkor visszajövök ide. Na, legjobb helyre jöttem.
You're our hired infiltrator. I suppose you'll have to do. It's good you decided to talk. The Kamona Tong aren't a group you want to tussle with before gathering your information. What do storied Covenant heroes and Kamona Tong cronies have in common? Apparently the region's illegal slave trade. The seaside cavern Kartag Point is drowning in rumors as of late, and I need to figure out what's fact and what's fiction. Well, just one we know of, the Orc commander Kartag. We've learned that he and his raiders are somehow involved in slave smuggling. In what way? We're not exactly sure, but he seems to have caught the attention of the Kamana Tong. The Kamana Tong are slavers, murderers, extortionists, everything a vile crime syndicate can be. They don't like outlanders, especially ones who cut into their profits. Tread lightly in Kartag Point. It's crawling with their cronies. I once ran with the Kamana Tong. I wised up and got out, but not before seeing what kind of scum they truly are. When my business partners came to me with this issue, I said I'd take care of it. I'm more than happy to take the fetchers down a peg.
Ja, ez meg van legalább. Azt mondta a horgász, hogy na, nézzük, hova is kell. Ne. Sovány ez a kutya, etesd már meg, haver. Szóval milyen tetkót csinált magának. Foszfereszkálós macskával. Furcsa lények vannak. Nézzük. Van ugye 4 küldetés felposztolva. Ez a fő küldi. Ez egy másik mellékküldi, amit kaptam. Ez mi? Ide kell jönnöm. Hát ez van közelebb, akkor mégsem mellékküldit csinálom, hanem főküldi van hamarabb. Investigate Balmore a címe. Jó van, ez nem úgy sikerült, hogy akartam. Jó, hogy ugye, hogy a kardot nem adtam el, meg a tört. Az a baj, hogy nehéz fegyvert találni a játék során, és akkor is elég gagyikat dobál. Erre kéne menni. Ugye egy alap így van nálam, szinte. Hát ez jól elmet mellé. Hát, talán már. El akarja szívni az életerre. Na, így is tudom használni a skilljeimet. Itt megmentettük a hangyászt. Pajzsot emelte, drága! De azért képes vagyok ölni.
You there, Outlander. I have a proposition for you. So I was right. You're a sword for hire. Excellent. My name is Marla Reethan of House Hlalu, and I have a proposition for you. I need someone to investigate what's going on in the Vasya Didanat ebony mine. Piqued your interest, have I? Capital. My brother Benar and I share ownership of the mine, but I suspect he's hiding something from me. The little weasel's even locked down the entrance. Only his personal guards are allowed inside. There are only 2 keys to the mine. Benar keeps one in our manor house. The other is carried by the mine's foreman, Knox. I want you to procure a key, either one, and then search the mine for any sign of mischief. Report back with your findings. Foreman Knox is somewhere in Balmora. Should be simple enough to pluck the key from his pockets. Or, if you prefer burglary, you could take my brother's key from the desk in his study. Our manor is just up the hill to the west of town. My dear brother prefers to keep our roles in the business separate. He runs the mine while I handle the finances. He doesn't interfere with my work, nor I his. That's the agreement. Oh, I have, but Benner tells me nothing. It's just secure more buyers and hire more workers. He gets dreadfully annoyed when I press him about my concerns. Like, why do we need so many miners? Even the townsfolk are starting to talk about that. You haven't heard the rumors? The cursed mine of Vasir Didenot, they call it. They go in, but they don't come out. Just inane ghost stories, truth be told. But if the rumors persist, it could soil our reputation. Well, the mine has underperformed for years. I'd actually considered selling it. Until recently, that is. Ebony has been pouring out of the mine these past few months. And normally, I'd be overjoyed, but that's also when Benner became distant. Anything out of the ordinary. I don't suppose you'd know the difference between pure ebony and... Never mind. Just give the mine a good look and keep an eye out for mischief. If you find anything odd, bring it back with you. I have many important clients that depend on the success of this mine. They'll hold me personally responsible if anything isn't correct. I'd like to avoid that kind of unpleasantness. Well, the key should be no trouble. My brother is away at the moment, and the house guards are not exactly the keenest. If you choose to pickpocket the foreman, well, just avoid the city watch, I suppose. That's the rub. The mine is well guarded. My brother insisted that I hire only the rowdiest and most ill-tempered mercenaries, so I brought on the Iron Hound Company. I can vouch for their pugnacity. I'd prefer to avoid bloodshed, of course, but I don't want to tip my brother off. If he is up to something, I'll need deniability to maintain the element of surprise. Besides, they're mostly criminals, drunks, and skooma addicts. Expendable, yes?
Na most az van itt, hogy be kell jutni, és ellopni egy cuccot, azt hittem megtámadott. Na. És még egy skill pointom van. Oh, Woodell skill. Király. És valamit még kaptam. Ja, gyűrű.
Red Mountain may shake, but my resolve to bring you the best wares around will never waver. What can I get you?
Szóval most azon a küldetés, amit felvettem, hogy meg kell szerezni kulcsot. Vagy kirabolok valakit, vagy hogy... Itt ki tudnám rabolni a nemes embert, a kulcsért, de ugye akkor a gárdisták ugye megállítanak.
I can't believe they want us to go outside the house to find Vea.
50% az esélyenek, hogy ki tudnám rabolni. Mászkálnak ugye a gárdok, és ez gond. Meg az emberek is.
Care to join me? Caught with your hand in the proverbial honey jar again?
It's a travesty that criminals walk free. Fine. Now get your stink away from me.
Kifizettem a lopásért való bírságot inkább. Nem lett meg a kulcs ezek szerint? Nem, hát. Akkor menni kell a másikhoz. Na, én legalább bemutattam. Máténak azért ez nagy nehézségeket okozott, de nem tudom miért. Oh. Okay. Ez közel volt. Elbújtam. Akkor itt mindenkit... Vagyis én egyet öltem meg. És az is csak egy katona volt. Hát én még megölte az összes szolgát megölte itt ide bent a kettőt, meg kint ezt az egyet, és csak mondtam neki, mi bajod van? Semmit nem csináltak. Most meg akarom oldani harc nélkül dolgokat. És sikerül. Bang, bang, bang. Na. Most be kell jutni a bányába. Csak észrevett? Ahogy. Azt hittem észrevett. Az a jó ugye, hogy végtelen a lőszer, nem kell craftolgatni. Itt ott egy madár. Vagy... Te mindenhol van valami. Na. Ezzel meg vagyunk. Szevasz! Jól irányt váltott az ígyat, haver. Ez most gyorsabb volt. Itt az van, hogy hát mi zombinak neveztük el őket. Most itt jön velem mágus, ha jól láttam. Meg Ez azért más, hogyha nem nekem kell öldökölni. Azzal a lila füsttel kell vigyázni, az a helyzet, mert mérgez. Na, legalább most nem kell szenvednem a zombikkal. Oké, egy zombi megvan. Pont itt kapott a fighter guidom is. Va? Te. Az meg elfutott köztük, vagy meg? Akkor ezek szerint Ja, elfutott. Így jobb. Én legalább nem kell annyit harcolni. Ja, elittik mellé. Van ott még valaki, ez nem tudom. Ki lehet? Ja, egy élő ott. Le kell menni. Treadráknak a izéjébe. Mind a kettőnknek azért könnyebb a dolga. És itt még vannak mások is. Ez nagyobb szintű. Most azt találtam el. Életerő potion. Ezt is most még legalább máshogy van megoldva. Jó, ezt akkor itt fel sem vettem. Mert itt túl gyorsan rohangált. Nem tudtam. Oké. És erre kell jönni.
I don't recognize you. You've made a terrible mistake in coming here. Do you feel it yet? The cold rush through your veins, the stiffness in your joints. Only a matter of time now. Only a matter of time. You really haven't figured it out. You're denser than those stone fiends. Master Rethan brought me on to study a Daedric text, a formula for turning living flesh into a substance akin to ebony. Not a perfect match, but close enough. Something like that. But what does it matter? I'll be frozen solid soon, black as midnight. A commodity, nothing more.
Ironic. You mean to rob me, I suppose. The scroll's just there. Have a care with it. Wealth always comes at a price. None. Well, none that I've discovered anyway. I speak modestly when I say that if there was a cure, I would have found it already. I guess I could squander my remaining hours searching for a remedy, but I'm an alchemist, a daedrologist. We don't trouble ourselves with things like hope. I leave that nonsense to priests and children, the mentally ill. What? Afflicting all these miners? Oh, spare me your crude moral outrage. They were wastrels, laborers that were too ignorant or too lazy to find work anywhere else. This is as meaningful a contribution as they were likely to make. None. I'd invite you to kill me, but given that I'll be dead soon anyway, it's hardly worth the effort. Why do you even care? Oh, fine. I altered the formula, turning the liquid decoction into a vapor. It proved to be very effective. Unfortunately, it was nearly impossible to contain. Hence, this.
Ez a bányász küldetés volt egyedül, amit Mátéval megcsináltunk, úgyhogy nem haladtunk mi sokra. Bakker, minden tele van ez a cuccra. Most fellifteztünk a kezdőpontra. Most vissza kell menni ahhoz, akitől a küldit felvettük. Aki, ha jól emlékszem, már nem ott lesz, hanem bent a városban. Most csak annyi, hogy vissza ki kell jutni. Bak. Hát erre nem fog sikerülni. Szavasz! És eltalált!
Ah, I'm glad to see you made it back in one piece. So, what have you learned? Anything? What? Well, that sounds ghastly. To think that...
Bakker! Hát ezt nem hiszem el.
Ah, I'm glad to see... What? Well, that sounds ghastly. To think that my own brother would be capable of such a thing. We must move quickly. Did you find any evidence? I'll need something concrete if I'm to convince the Hlalu trade barons to intercede. Well done. I have a final task for you, if you're willing. I must take this to the trade baron, Councillor Riveth. He's staying at the Balmora Inn. Alas, Benna has many contacts in town. If he hears that I'm meeting Riveth, he may try to flee. Travel to the Rethan Manor House and detain Benna. Once I've explained matters to Riveth, he'll send Hlalu constables to collect my brother. After this, I'll ask nothing more of you. You have my word. That the men I worked tirelessly to hire were being used as fodder for some vile experiment? Absolutely not. It's appalling. Why would I have sent you to discover what was going on if I already knew? Yes, I hired him at my brother's insistence. Something about valuable books and scrolls found in the shrine. We planned to sell them off once Gavros translated them. That's what I thought, anyway. Wait. Gavros is still alive? I see. That is unfortunate. But I suppose that's the risk you take when you start brewing foul decoctions and poisoning innocent miners. Not long. He tends to be brusque. Once I've explained the situation, he'll waste no time bringing Benna in for questioning. It will be brief, I assure you. They will punish him severely. He'll definitely lose his share of the estate and the ebony mine. He may even lose his life. In either case, I'll have to bear the weight of our family assets alone.
Itt annyit nem értettem, hogy nem posztolta fel nekem a bányát, most se. Jól körbejöttem. Ugyanoda kell visszamenni. Na, egyszer se sebeztett meg. Máz volt.
Ah, the last piece of the puzzle. Time to tie up loose
Eltaláltam.
ends.
Azt, na, ilyet bukfencezzél máshol. Na. Meg 5 tárhelyem van. Utána megint ugye mennem kell eladogatni dolgokat. Csak ugye nem tudom például, hogy miket érdemes eladni. Itt ráadásul ebbe a városba érdeklődni is kell.
I love seeing new faces. For a while, it was just the same old miners and the occasional traveling merchant. Thought Carolyn might have to shut this place down. Look at me talking your ears off. What can I get you? At first, I assumed it was the usual house squabbles. Redoran and Hlalu arguments can get pretty heated. Then I thought maybe the Ashlanders were scaring people off. But after that proclamation... No, I'd rather not talk about that with a stranger. I like the color of your gold, Outlander. Just between us, I heard the House Guard shut down the Shulk ore mine. Something to do with violent cultists who attacked the miners and took over the place. Even got the crew chief, or so I heard.
Ez a fő küldetéshez kellett ezzel a hölgyékével beszélni.
You don't appear to be holding my drink, so I'm sure I have no interest in you. Off with you.
Nemes, franc.
I am. Young Mahler and I were talking about the sudden success of his mining enterprise, built on some irregularities that I'd prefer not to discuss. Not that it's any of your business. Who are you? Why are you meddling in Hlalu business? My, this is damning. Dear Mahler tried to hang this whole business around his brother's neck, and yours. A prudent, albeit sloppy affair. House Hlalu can ill afford such a scandal, and I hate to be lied to. Kill Mahler, and I will reward you. What would I do with him? Chain him to a post? His life no longer serves the house's interests. I don't expect an outlander to understand, but this needs to be done. Honestly, I doubt he'll give you a choice in the matter. His city residence, I expect, just across the river. Do be quick about this. I'm anxious to be done with a brother's wreath-on. No. What scroll? Don't tell me there's more to this fetching disaster. Does it now? Listen carefully. Don't breathe a word of this to anyone else. If Mahler has this formula on him, bring it to me. The reward will be significant. We cannot let this get out, and we cannot let it fall into the wrong hands. By the three, what a mess. I'll put some of my oathmen on it. Oathmen I can trust. If we can clear out the riffraff, it might be salvageable. If not, we'll simply collapse the thing. Better to bury it than let some fool stumble upon Mahler's folly.
Ez kénytre mutat. Ezt arra olyan volt, mint hogyha ide bent lenne.
Mills, please, if you just listen.
Take care of yourself, Father. You always were good at that.
I'm in need of a strong set of legs, Traveler, and you look like one capable of protecting yourself. Will you aid an old Mer in one last task? I have an obligation to my family. No, a duty of utmost importance. But I have grown too feeble to fulfill it. If you would take this memory stone to the few places of significance in my life, I will pay you well. It allows one to archive memories for future generations. I hope to do this for my children, who have grown estranged. Invoke my stone at the locations I've marked on your map, and the memories I wish to archive will manifest. I thank you for your aid. Fewer than ever are willing to aid their elders in these troubled times. Now I suppose the distance with my children is my fault, not theirs. It is a rare gem. Once, long ago, Red Guard warriors carried them into battle. One of the most famous was a sword singer in the First Age, Makeleleki. No historians will cherish my thoughts, certainly, but perhaps my children will come to in time. I purchased it from my master, Drenham, a Telvanni mage of middling repute. I have served him for how long? Many, many years. For as long as I can remember. I will serve him until I die, no doubt. But that will not be long now. Ah, yes. Mills. My son has never really forgiven me for never being here for them. He's a stranger in my own home. No. If anything, it's the other way around. Even Naria has grown accustomed to my absence. Naria less than Mills, but both my children grew up largely on their own. My duties to Master Drennan consumed a great deal of my time. Mills especially grew up with Neria and no one else. He despises me, and I don't blame him. You'll know soon enough, as will they, I hope. I failed them as a father, but they are safe, aren't they? I kept them safe. I cannot travel with you, but I have attuned this stone to my soul. When you use it at the locations I've marked, it will summon echoes of things that once occurred there. The stone absorbs these echoes, allowing others to view them.
Ja, ott van lent. Beszélek vele, aztán csinálom tovább a bányász küldit. Hol van ott valami? Ez csak egy lámpa. Azt hittem, hogy valami olvasni való.
Do you make a habit of randomly accosting people while they fish? I don't see how that's any of your business. I've nothing to say to my father or those his Telvanni master employs. Whatever this is about, it's no concern of mine. My father managed to leave me out of his life. He can leave me out of his problems too. You want to talk? My sister Neria works the stables. She tolerates my father's business better than I do.
To the ladies.
Nem? Ide. Ez a bányász küldi. De eltaláltam! Megvoltál, haver? Meg lett kettő. És már csak ő jön.
You! How did you... Bah, I'll finish this myself.
Ja, te vagy az, aki felbérelt minket a legelején. Na. Szerencsére életerő elszívó képességet használok, ami remélem fog fejlődni minél jobban.
Could you spare some gold? A little food? Perhaps a fine pair of shoes? Food sates me and clothing protects me, but gold gives me a choice. Saint Veloth illustrated the value of choice when he differentiated the good Daedra from the bad. Blessings of the three upon you.
Segítettünk a szegényen.
Quietly now. Is it finished? Well then, this unfortunate little tale comes to an end. I've already dispatched some of my best agents to clean up Rethon Manor. We'll tend to Marla's apartment and the mine next. Well done. Now, what of this mysterious scroll? Excellent. Best hand it over to me. Something so dangerous should not fall into the wrong hands. House Hlalu can keep it safe, or destroy it if we deem it necessary. This will earn you some favor with our house. I'll even double your pay. You sniveling little swit. Do you know how valuable... Never mind. What's done is done.
Kellett volna neki nagyon.
Any extra coin from me now. You'll have what was promised for killing Marla and not a drake more. This had better buy your silence as well.
The fire's warm and the roof doesn't leak, so come on in and make yourself comfortable.
Na, van egy jó kard. Az a kár, hogy nem tudok egyszerre kettőt felrakni. Ezzel ami most rajtam van, az a 814 plusz életem van. Ezt, amit meg most szereztem a bányász küldetése, a eladásaimat növeli 285%-kal. Itt több pénzt kapnék. Ó, drágán a dolgokat, a hölgyeket. Nem? Itt a hölgyikével beszélünk.
My, you look like a well-traveled individual. If you're looking to give your mount a well-deserved rest, you've come to the right place. We know how to pamper a loyal Gwar in Balmoral. My father? Oh no, has he taken a fall? Or did he ask you to do something for him? He's been declining of late, and I'm afraid he's not entirely in his right mind. Oh, Mills. He was so young when Mother passed. I've tried to explain that Father had to work to keep a roof over our heads, but it's been difficult. I raised Mills myself while Father was away, which was often. He's never forgiven Father for that. Oh, yes. Father is well regarded among the Telvanni masters, even though he's never aspired to be one himself. Master Drenham trusts him implicitly, and if you know anything about the Telvanni, that's impressive on its own. They don't trust easily. I'm afraid I don't know. All he's been able to tell me is that part of his contract with Master Drenham forbids him from disclosing any of the Master's business, even to his own children. Whatever he's doing, I'm certain it's important. I wish he didn't have to work so much. Master Drenham pays well, but sometimes I worry he will work Father to death. He's just so tired all the time. Even when he finds time away, Mills refuses to see him, and I know that hurts him dearly. I did for a bit, after Mother died. I didn't understand why Father couldn't be with us until I grew up and learned how hard it is to keep a family housed and fed.
Ja,
Now I appreciate all Father's sacrifices for us. I just wish Mills could see it.
azt én is tudom, hogy milyen nehéz.
You look like the traveling sort. In your excursions, have you perchance come upon a young dark elf named Vea? She went missing a couple of weeks ago and her father desperately seeks any information regarding her.
Én is emlékszek rá.
That's a shame. Her father, Eris, the house counselor here in Balmora, promises that anyone who can find his daughter and return her safely to his side will be well rewarded. You should speak to Counselor Eris. He's opened the kin house to interview potential recruits. Freelance.
Nagyon szép a páncélja.
If you're interested, go speak to the counselor. The longer Vea remains missing, the more distressed Counselor Eris becomes. Counselor Eris can be found at the Redarin kin house, and do hurry. He's ever so troubled by our failure to locate young Vea. If he finds that an outsider can succeed where the houseguard has failed, so be it. I have no issue with Counselor Eris.
Hihetetlen, kell megkeresni.
It's where he's decided to get that help that concerns me. House Redarin doesn't need outsiders to take care of its business. But who am I to question a house counselor? How can anyone not know about House Redarin? Is this some sort of outlander ruse? Well, in that case, Redarin is the grandest of the great Dunmer houses. We champion the virtues of duty and piety, and we have a proud military tradition. Our house comes first in all things. I don't understand why Eris seeks outside help. If I knew what happened to the Counselor's daughter, I wouldn't be talking to you now, would I?
Yeah.
As far as we can tell, she left of her own accord. There wasn't any foul play involved that we're aware of. Beyond that, you'd have to ask the Counselor. Counselor Eris Relith oversees Redarin operations in Balmora and the surrounding countryside. He's very influential, very powerful. Usually, the Counselor doesn't allow his passions to get the better of him. But Vea is his daughter, after all.
Hogy egyfajtában mondta Balmorát, mindig a Star Wars 1-ből eszembe jutott.
Councillor has his priorities all out of sorts. The real threat lies to the south. House Halalu encroaching on ancestral Redoran lands. Building settlements even. I saw this coming ever since we let Fort Firemoth go fallow. Let your guard down even a little and those Halalu scribs will snatch away all they can.
How can I help you?
Welcome to Balmora, Outlander. House Redoran governs this town and asks all citizens and visitors alike to abide by its laws and regulations. We brook no trouble, especially from those who espouse different beliefs and traditions. Important? I suppose that depends upon who you ask. My husband thinks so. I'm the treasurer here in Balmora. My job requires that I record all important transactions regarding Redoran finances and balance everything to the last gold piece. Councillor Eris, who oversees Redoran operations in the Balmora region. Our family is one of the most respected in the house. I'm surprised you haven't heard of us, wherever it is you come from. Now, if you don't mind, I have a lot of work to do. You must be one of the freelancers my husband sent for. You really should speak with him if you're here about our daughter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really am quite busy.
Persze, hölgyem. Asszonyom.
Yes? Is there something I can do for you, Outlander?
De ismerős a hangja a Skyrimből. Valami mágusnak, azt hiszem. Nem mágusnak! A király volt az. Nem jut eszembe a neve. Az első király, akivel beszélni lehet Skyrimbe.
My daughter has been gone too long and the house guard can't seem to find a wall in the corner. But why should I trust you with this task? Tell me, Outlander, how can you succeed when my forces continue to fail time and time again? An interesting insight. Perhaps you can find my daughter. Vea can handle herself, but the father worries, you understand? Anyway, I agree with your assessment. That's why I'm willing to bring in outside help on this. Vea fled after a family disagreement. She's run away before, but I'm concerned that she might have something more permanent in mind this time, and more dangerous. Vea knows how to evade the house guard, but as you said, she doesn't know you.
Máté, segítsen már, hogy hívták azt a királyt, akihez a főküldetés során kell menni, akinek a vára mellett győzzük le az első sárkányt, ahol ugye sárkányszület lesz. Ez a szereplő. Hogy hívták azt a királyt?
Captain Briven oversees the house's attempt to locate my daughter. You should speak to him and see what his investigation has already turned up. He's probably patrolling the town square at this time of day. Briven's soldiers have been trying to get information out of Vea's friends, but those young men and women are almost as good at avoiding the house guard as my daughter. That is a private matter. If your investigation proves fruitful, and such matters become relevant, we can discuss the particulars then, but not before. Like my daughter, my wife has a mind of her own. What the two of you discuss is your own affair. Just understand that I haven't employed you to solve my family's problems. I only need you to find my daughter. Vea has always been fascinated by the Morag Tong. Even admired one of their agents when she was growing up. It's possible she sought refuge with this agent, or even decided to join the organization. though I hope I am wrong about that. The Morag Tong? They're an ancient guild of assassins sanctioned by the tribunal to carry out honorable writs of execution. Ostensibly, they're supposed to keep the houses from resorting to all-out war, but I still find the practice barbaric. Someone of no consequence, and not at all important to accomplishing your mission. Besides, you don't find Morag Tong agents, they find you. Just pray it's not
Már
because your
találkoztam
name comes
párral.
up on one of their writs. That is a death sentence.
Már egy pár asszasszinnal találkoztam tőlük. Volt a Skyrimben is egy assassin küldetés, de az mindig bugos volt, nem lehetett megcsinálni. Ó, tereg az ég. És az eső? Hát látni is. Nem kellett messzire mennem. Haha. Szóval.
Not now, Outlander. If you need some sort of
Ó, de érdekes a kardja éle.
one of the house guard. You must be one of the freelancers
Tud vele sütögetni is.
employed to supplement the duties of the house guard. Very well. I'll tell you what I know. Veya ran away. Again. I hope you can succeed when my troops have failed. If anything happens to Veya. I've known the Relith family since I was a child. Veya is like a sister to me, and I'll do everything in my power to get her home safe and sound. Even trust an Outlander. We think our friends may know where she is, but they keep eluding us. Perhaps, as long as you don't get too close. They've been running notes of late. I think it has something to do with Veya that the runners keep evading my guards. Look for a group meeting on the other side of town, and see if you can follow the note. When you find Veya's friends, remember to keep your distance. You just want to spot the note carrier and follow him to whoever's receiving these messages. That's the key to locating Veya. If you can't do it, don't worry. The house can handle it. Veya's a born warrior. Hard-headed, stubborn, a real pain in the ass. She can fight like an angry netch, though. I keep trying to get her to join the militia, and she always turns me down. That's not my tale to tell. If Councillor Eris or his wife won't speak of the troubles his family has had to deal with in recent weeks, maybe you can ask Veya, if and when you find her. We started to notice groups of young dark elves gathering in out-of-the-way parts of the city. One of my guards saw them pass a note between them, but they split up and she lost them in the back alleys. Could be a love poem or a recipe for Kwama cream cocktail. But we suspect it's the way Veya has been keeping tabs on what's been happening in the city. Look, it may amount to nothing, but the note could give us a lead on where to find Veya.
Megpróbálok kémkedni.
Get this letter to Drevis. It's important. Just don't let House Redoran get their hands on it. If you think you're being followed, find a place to hide. Good luck.
Alkoholisták, ugyebár? Bement a kocsmába?
Well done. This should help us determine what happened to Vea's brother.
Szava.
Hello, can I help you? Wait a moment. You're one of those hirelings House Redren pays to harass us simple folk. Look, all Vea wants to do is to find out what happened to her brother. Too bad the house doesn't seem to care a swit about any of that. Vea wants nothing to do with the house or her father. Why can't any of you respect that? Even if I wanted to help, I haven't seen Vea since she snuck out of town. We communicate by notes, and this one isn't even about her. Well, if you must know, it concerns Vea's brother. He was an officer in the House Guard before he vanished without a trace. We've been trying to help Vea find him. A local tough. Goes by the name of Ashur. He delivers the letters. We usually meet him outside of town to the northeast. But good luck trying to get any information out of him. Ashur is not known for his conversational skills. I think we're done here, don't you? I told you where to find Ashur. He's been passing our notes on to Vea. Just to the north and east, outside of town. Or is this your way of offering to save me a trip, since you're headed his way? Balmer is not that big. Most of the sons and daughters of the house leaders and prominent merchants know each other. Vea's one of us, and we'll do whatever it takes to help her find her brother. Well, within reason. And Vea would do the same for us. That's why we're helping her. She really is a terrific person. I'm not telling you anything, you Redren lapdog.
Okay.
I think we're done here, don't you? I told you where to find Ashur. You think I'm just going to tell you all our... I think we're done here. I'm not telling you anything.
Kéne ez a képesség hozzá. Felesteledett, úgy látom.
You killed one of my gang, Swit. No writ will protect you from us.
Feeling left out?
That's it!
I'm
Kill
sure
the Morag
procure
Tog and
a
any
writ.
witnesses!
I'll just take my leave. No use getting my axes bloody again.
Na végre. Van még egy küldetés, hogy látom.
I had that situation under control. Just needed them to make the first hostile.
Milyen jó kis izé.
Still, I cleaned enough
Sárkányalma.
axes for one day, so thanks for lending a hand. You were you? Was it Melissa? I told her I'd close out my tab after I completed another contract. That woman has the patience of an anxious nix. Well, tell her I'm good for it. I'll stop by and we can conclude our business cordially. Vea? The new apprentice? Now why in oblivion do you care about Vea? Are you now? And why do you want to do that? Never mind, I don't really care. I was asked to pass along some notes, but I'm not really the messenger type. I suggest you talk to Vea's mentor. Last I heard, she had a job in the Western Ruins. Make sure you don't anger Vea's mentor, even look at her the wrong way. She's grown surprisingly protective of that young woman, and if she thinks you pose a danger... Besides, I'd hate to see you wind up on the wrong end of one of our writs. You know, the usual buyer's remorse. I see a lot of that in my line of work. Turns out, I had to kill a bad man who did bad things. The writ was legal and above board. Unfortunately, his brother didn't see it that way and was looking for revenge. Oh, you make it sound so obscene. Still, that's pretty much an accurate description. But it's not like I work for the Dark Brotherhood or anything. I don't kill anyone without a sanctioned writ. Keeps the great
Dark Brotherhood. Nem jutott eszembe annak az asszaszinoknak neve, de ez az.
I'd rather not. She's particular about her secrets, and I don't want to get on a bad side. You should keep that in mind too if you plan to continue on this course. Vea's mentor usually sticks to the rules, but I wouldn't turn my back on her.
Van itt valami küldetés. Mi az? Ja!
Oh, Gilan, look! A Dwemer gear. It's in remarkably good condition.
Yes, wonderful. I'll mark it down.
And here, another. Could these have fallen off the ruins?
Yes, that is peculiar.
Is something the matter, dear? You seem distracted today.
Oh, nothing's the matter. I'm nervous.
Whatever for. If anything attacks us, I'll protect you.
I'm not nervous about an attack, Bravura. It's just... well... there's no good way to say this.
To say what?
Marry me?
Are you serious?
That's... not the response I hoped for.
Gilan, of course I'll marry you. I love you. I just expected something more dramatic.
Well, I planned to propose at the falls, but today we didn't go to the falls. I had to improvise.
And this is why you've been so nervous.
Yes. Wait. Did you just agree to marry me?
Yes, Gilan. 12 times yes. My dear, distracted, adorable archivist, I will marry you.
That's wonderful!
Isn't it?
Oh, Bravura, you won't regret this. You are the stars to my sky.
Did you just come up with that?
Well, no. I've been saving it for the right time.
Ez egy kitűnő emlék volt szerintem. Rácéloztam, de aztán elmeltem a nyilvesszőt, azt mégis eltaláltam és meghagytam. Na. Az meg. Van valami kaponya, meg 2 kard, valami szervezet lehet, gondolom. Na, mert azokra lőttem. Na, az éjjel legalább megnőtt.
I wonder how long it's lain undisturbed.
It could be years, decades even.
I'd hoped to find more Dwemer relics, but I suppose the view is inspiring.
It certainly is.
Flatterer. You can see this view anywhere now, can't you?
And yet I never grow tired of looking.
Speaking of looking, we should start viewing larger homes.
What's wrong with our current home?
It's rather small, isn't it?
It's cozy. Just enough room for you and me.
And you don't see how that could become a problem?
No?
Well, you've done a lot more than look since we married, dear.
At houses? Wait. Bravura?
Yes.
You're pregnant?
That happens when one enjoys the view, doesn't it?
That's wonderful! I'm going to be a father!
Yes, dear. Yes, you are.
We need a new house with a real kitchen and a second bedroom. Perhaps even 3 bedrooms?
One step at a time, dear.
Kapjatok el, vagy tudtok.
Open your eyes. Please, open your eyes.
Ah, Franz.
Yes. You fought them off.
Oh, good. Dying for nothing would have been embarrassing.
You're not going to die. I won't allow it.
That's ambitious of you.
I can mend more than a scraped knee. You'll see. Just don't move.
That feels better.
I told you. You're still bleeding. Just a little more. I can save you. I will save you.
Take care of the children. For me. Promise.
We'll take care of them together.
Promise me.
I will, I promise. But keep your eyes open.
I wish I could.
Bravura!
You've made these years so wonderful.
Bravura! Bravura!
Így vesztette el a feleségét, szegény. Hát tele kattant cuccokat.
Your wife signed a contract, Gilan. She did not complete it.
But she died.
And now the crystals she was to procure for me have been acquired by my rival.
I've lost the mother of my children.
Your failings are not my problem.
Ah, szörnyetek.
Then we will sell your house.
We can't do that. Master, please. My children.
May purchase their own dwelling with their own money.
Neri's only just turned 8, and Mills...
You would offer an alternative?
What can I offer you?
I understand you have some aptitude for magic. You will serve me.
But my children
will remain in your home so long as you do not violate our contract.
But who will raise them? When will I see them?
You will see them when I don't need you. Or would you rather see them in the street?
No, of course not. Thank you, Master Drenham. I will serve you.
You sign your contract today.
Nincsen meg hozzá a skillem. Pedig már beleéltem magam, hogy
Spare a coin for the needy.
Szóval nem ő tehet arra, ami történt.
Were you able to recover my memories? It's important they understand. No, no, thank you. You've recovered everything I need to explain. Well, to talk with my children. I'm not sure my heart can endure any more of this. It feels like losing her all over again. Please, could you do this old man one last favor? Ask my children to come visit me? I feel like I can finally leave them with the answers I've never been able to provide. Tell Neria we need to talk about her mother. As for Mills, if he hesitates, tell him it's about the estate, his inheritance. Neria works at the stables. She's always been good with guar, something she inherited from her mother. Mills will likely be fishing on the canal for dinner. He's always kept them both fed. I'm so proud of both of them. I wish they understood.
Nézd már. Cirkuszista.
Oh, you've returned to bother me again.
I have nothing to say to that man. What is it about I don't want to talk about my father that you can't understand? I don't want his money any more than I want his apologies. Does that man really think he can buy me off after ignoring me my entire life? Leave me alone. If father needs someone to listen to his excuses, ask Neria to do it. Or perhaps you should stop butting into our personal affairs. Have you considered that? I have nothing else to say to you. Good day.
Gyorsan ki vagy a Staneman fotás közben.
Back again? Father hasn't been an undue burden to you, I hope. My mother? Father rarely mentions her. I can tell how painful it is for him to recall her, even after all these years. I was young when she passed, but my memories are pleasant. Did he say what this is about? What did he have you doing? How odd. Father always was dabbling in magic. Often it seemed like he had time for little else, though I know he did it to take care of us. Still, I'd better check up on him. I imagine Mills wants nothing to do with this. I'll ensure he joins us.
The master went upstairs to rest. He did not wish to be disturbed until you arrived.
Let's go, Mills.
Kösz.
He's still your father.
He has an odd way of showing it.
Father, Mills has come to visit.
Meghalt.
Father!
Sejtettem, hogy ez lesz.
Oh, Father. I suppose you're with Mother
Couldn't
at
resist
last.
disappointing me one last time. Good riddance.
If only I'd come sooner. Thank you. We all knew this was coming, but that doesn't make it any easier to bear. My father was a good man, even if Mills never got to see it. Why was he so obsessed with that stone? You said he had you store his memories inside it? I'm almost afraid to do so. What couldn't he just say to us all this time? Still, these were his last wishes. Thank you for making that possible.
What? A ghost? Naria. Mills. I so regret not being that as you grew up. What I could never tell you is why my life was not my own.
Shh, Mills. I think this is a memory.
Soon, I'll be able to share the truth with you. To share everything with you. Thanks to the efforts of this kind traveler, I have archived my memories on this stone. I hope one day you will find it in your hearts to forgive me, and find the father and mother you never had. Here, I love you. I have always loved you. You've both made me so proud.
Father.
Why? Why couldn't you just fade away like you always do? Why couldn't you just let me forget you?
Because it's not just about him, Mills, or you. It's about all of us. Our family, together at last.
Ennyi. Jó. Annyi, hogy ez hájgos tudsz. Na, ez letudva. Most akkor találjuk meg Végynek a mentorát. Előtte még bejövünk eladni a felesleges dolgokat.
All are welcome, so come in and enjoy yourself, my friend.
Ez az Iron Sword, ez kell, mert ezres. Ez two-handed. Ezen kell. Ez se. Ez megy. Ez is megy. Ezt ilyenkor fel kéne venni ezt a nyakláncot, mikor eladogatok dolgokat. Mindennek az erre. Megyek, akkor tettem ezt két a mágiára, ha jól emlékszem.
Ow! Stupid dog.
What happened? Let me see.
I just tried to pet it. Damn dog bit me.
Leave it alone. There's something strange about that dog.
Ugye ez most nem az a kutya, akire gondolok. Hol lett? Erre jött, nem? Villámlott, de nem hallottunk, melyik erre van valami. Hát te?
You shouldn't be here. Didn't you read the House Redarin proclamation? I wouldn't be here myself, but some of my miners are still in there. Our mine was invaded by violent cultists. They showed up and just took the place over. My people are trapped. I'm no expert, but it looked like the cultists were preparing to conduct a ritual before the Ashlander interrupted them. Probably because I heard one of them say, "With this ritual we'll call forth a mystical weapon and attain the power of a god." Or something along those lines. Look, I was just trying to get me and my miners out of there when the Ashlander showed up. Well, I never actually saw an Ashlander, but I heard a cultist yell, "Ashlander thief! That's our mystical weapon!" That's not an exact quote, but you get the idea. I don't know what happened after that. It used to be an ore mine, and we hope it will be again. My crew was inside preparing to start up mining operations when the cultists attacked. The way things are going, we might just have to turn the place into another Kwama egg mine. Really? That's awfully brave of you. If you see any of my miners, tell them to get their arses out here. I'll wait as long as I can. Or until I hear screaming. Then I'll go to Balmora and try to find some help. Good luck.
Ment torkám. Ó, megsérült.
Leave me, Outlander. Let me die in the shame I've brought to Malakath. Defeated by a lone warrior. Malakath will
Te,
laugh.
ez egy ork?
An assassin. Probably a Morag tongue. She tracked our leader here. But she doesn't know. We set a trap inside the ruins. Oh. She's just one woman! Get inside the ruins and stop her!
Vérmágus! Na, azért. Az mi a tosz? Ogrim. Olyan, mint az ogra, akkor... Na, az Rittig nem támadja meg. Nem tudok nem tudok elsőre ennek. Össze vagyok itt sorban, mindenkit megölne. Ezért is. Hopp. Na, megint elmentem nagyon messze. Oké. De legalább az most nem támad meg. Erre vajon be lehet jutni? Hát... Haj! Itt egy játékos. Mondom be, ez a szörnyit.
Let the assassin come. I'm tired of running and she doesn't frighten me.
Well, you're not what I expected to find in a place like this. You have a habit of turning up at the most unusual moments, don't you, hero? Questions? I don't have time for questions. I have a writ to complete. Look, I can't keep these evil cultists waiting. You want to talk? Find me after I finish this job. Hero, we really need to stop meeting like this.
Yes. Elnézést. Rám jött.
Come out, little assassin! Or is the Morag Tom too scared to meet the powerful snag face to face?
Elugrottam! Na végre!
There she is. Surround her. Cut her apart.
De... Kit érdekel ez? Ez nagyon gyenge ez a skill.
A helping hand? How sweet! Circle around!
From the sides! By Malakath's sacred tusks, you won't get past me!
Jaj, és pont azt láttam.
Excuse me, hero. I have to see an orc about a writ.
Nyugodtan.
Don't kill me. I didn't have to interfere with House Tolvani's plans. I made a mistake.
A mistake? Well, that explains everything. I'll just let the Tolvani know. I'm sure Mage Vaden will understand.
Oh, that's a relief. I thought for sure you were going to kill me.
I am. I hate when my leathers get wet. And this is a new outfit, too. Ah, well. I suppose we ought to discuss what you're doing here. I have to admit, when I saw you, I thought, what the tusk are you doing down here? Pardon my Orcish. Did you really follow me across the continent? That shows commitment. Kind of creepy, but still a lot of commitment. Oh, that's not what I expected. But you can just turn around and leave. You're not going to find her. Faye is going through a difficult time right now. And the last thing she needs is some house veteran lackey adding to her pain and confusion. I know you, hero. It's old man Eris I don't trust. He didn't tell you about Vea's brother, did he? How House Redron exiled their favorite son. No? I didn't think so. Vea deserves answers, and I promise to help her. You need to just walk away. Outsiders? Is her father really that desperate? Look, tell Eris that Vea's safe and you'll see her soon, but no more outsiders. If my organization gets skittish, they'll return to the shadows and take Vea with them. They'll only deal with you. Well, it's not exactly a lie, and I don't want things to get out of hand. I'll arrange a meeting, provided Vea agrees. You let Eris know she's safe. Get him to stop hiring freelancers before someone gets hurt. I'll send word when we're ready. That was poetry in motion. Not only is my organization getting choice assignments again, but we're starting to recover some of our prestige. Specifically, these Malakath cultists interfered with House Telvanni, so they had to be dealt with. Oh, him? No one special. Just the leader of this particular band of mad cultists. His name was on the writ, so I had to end him. It's what I do, after all, and I do it so well. I suppose if you're in for a sliver, you might as well be in for the log. I'm with the Morag Tong, and what you witnessed was a legal murder. According to my writ, the orc had to die. So, I killed him. Now, if you don't mind, I need to get back to Vea. Vea and I have a history. Her brother, too. They were good kids. Liked to watch me train. Now I feel responsible for her. When she came to me looking for help and asked to join the Morag Tong, who was I to refuse? That was her decision, not mine. Vea's good with a blade and tracks like a Nord Ranger. She's a natural at this, and it gives me a chance to keep an eye on her. So now I'm her mentor and she's my apprentice. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Ez itt volt? Úgy. Én nem emlékszem, hogy ez itt lett volna. Vagy itt volt? Túl gyorsan visszatervedt. Nem voltak itt. Nem. Áh! Jó, hogy jött egy ember. Levették rólam. Levette rólam a harcosokat. Köszke! Grazie.
What is it?
Na, csak egy bolygóhely kell. Te azt mondta, hogy menjek össze, ugye? Na, hárman megyünk. Oh, arigato! Hő.
I need aid!
Megint mellé ment.
You don't look like one of those crazy cultists, and you certainly aren't one of our miners. So by Vivek's holy nose hairs, who in oblivion are you? Really? Then forget I said anything about His Holiness' nasal preening. They're some sort of Daedric cultists. They've been performing rituals, calling forth divine power, some such nonsense. At least they were, before the Ashlanders showed up. The savages barged into the deep chambers, seemed to know about the hidden passage and everything, stole the relic the cultists were praying over, and ran for the hills. As a matter of fact, that's where I'm going, as soon as it's safe to leave.
Titkos ajtó. Az mi a tosz? Láttátok azt a fénylő szurkálást?
Did you find what you were looking for in the mine? Of course. I perfectly understand. I think I'll wait a little longer and see if any of my miners were able to escape from the cultists. Good luck with your mission, whatever it is.
Na, Balmarok küldetés. Mondani, meg is lett. Hát csak itt kell beszélgetnem a ölpöcéből. Hogy ne? Tegyél le a lányodról? Fiadat keresi. Jó helyen vannak, egyenlőre.
What can I do for you?
I'm surprised to see you back here, but I'm also relieved. Does this mean you have news about my daughter? Is she safe? Is she ready to come home? Vea joined that cult of assassins? I was afraid she'd do something rash. But what was she thinking? I don't see the Morag Tong as safe, but at least she's still alive, so I suppose that's something. When are we going to meet with my daughter? She won't meet with me? No, I suppose she's not ready for that quite yet. As for Vea's brother, that was all the doing of the Redoran Council. I'm not allowed to discuss the details, but he's still alive, if that's what Vea is worried about. Naryu's back in town? She's as stubborn as Vea. Very well. No other outsiders. Although I can't dismiss the mercenaries that Captain Briven employs. House Redoran is my life, as is Vea. I'll do everything in my power to see her home safely. As you say, no other outsiders. But there are rules, Outlander. I must do everything within reason to maintain the honor of House Redoran. Here, your first payment. Soon, however, I'll expect more than just a verbal confirmation of Vea's safety. When next you see her, tell my daughter that I want to talk to her. Vea can set the terms, but I expect her to stop running away when things don't go her way. Vea has always felt shackled by the rules of House Redoran, hobbled by the many duties and obligations it presses upon its subjects. After the situation involving her brother, she decided she wanted nothing more to do with the house, or with me. That may be an oversimplification, but I suppose your statement is accurate. I walk a narrow path between House Counselor and loving father. Unfortunately, the former often supersedes the latter. That's why I want to speak to Vea again.
Na, kaptam egy jó kis kesztyűt, amit fel is tett, és pont olyan amit láttam a katonákon.
Well, look at that. Nayu said I'd find you here, and damn it all if she wasn't right. Did I mention how much I hate being a messenger? Makes me wish I had a writ so I could kill something. Anyway, Nayu wants to talk to you. Said you'd know what it was all about. Here. This should explain everything, sort of. It's a map. We change locations every other day for security reasons, just in case it falls into the hands of House Redorin or someone else with an axe to grind with our organization. Never had to use a map before. Amateurs. This one leads to a key to one of our safe houses, and another map. The first map, it depicts a particular town, kind of like this one. Hint, hint. The rest? Well, you'll have to figure that out on your own. Look, I know you're helping Councillor Eris, but if that map falls into House Redorin hands, I'll probably have to kill you. Nothing personal, mind you. We're already having a bit of trouble with the house, and we'd rather not make matters worse. What are you implying? Can't a person do something nice to help out an ally every now and again? Oh, who am I kidding? I hate playing the messenger. Haven't you ever done something you hate because it was the right thing to do? Well, not all of us can afford to be so cold and heartless. I'd say I envy you, but that would just reward you for bad behavior. Why are you still talking to me? Don't you have a map to puzzle out? Well, look at you. You're a practical genius. Look, Nayu seems to trust you, so I suppose I have to trust you too. But that's a powerful secret you've been given. Betray us, and you'll find my blade in your back. Unless Nayu kills you first. The Morag Tong has the authority to accept and carry out writs of execution. We keep the great houses from engaging in all-out war, but they rarely appreciate the work we do on their behalf. House Redorin in particular wants to shut us down. The other houses have used us to take Redorin down a peg or two of late. To be frank, for all their vaunted honor, the house cries foul whenever someone gets the better of them. Our status is tenuous enough without Redorin's constant harassment. As I understand it, the Morag Tong made mistakes in the past, grew too arrogant. We had to lay low for more than a century. Now, we're taking select contracts, working to re-establish our reputation. It's not our fault most of them concern Redorin. What are you implying? Can't a person do something nice to help out an ally every now and again?
Na jó, most ugyanez a szöveg. Na jó van, emberek, hát tényleg... Nem mindegy. A mai rész eddig tartott volna, emberek. Innen fogjuk folytatni a jövő héten ugyanakkor. Addig is mindenkinek kellemes hétvégét kívánok, és kellemes napot is. Vigyázzatok magatokra. Sziasztok!